What up, guys? Another episode of Pokemon FireRed. Forgot what game I'm playing there for a minute, but I remembered because I'm super smart like that. Anyway, this episode we're gonna get some little small stuff done. Just a collection of small stuff, and let's go start with the Warden. The funniest guy's name is like Warden. He'd be like Warden. You know, like his parents' last name was Warden, so like what's name? This name and first name, so he's Warden the Warden. You know, I don't know. I would find it funny if the guy is, whatever. Anyway, enough of that horrible setup to a very horrible joke. Anyway, you give him the gold teeth we found in the Safari Zone a couple episodes ago, which technically speaks a couple months ago, but anyway, we're gonna teach it to someone, so I'm thinking, well, about Larry, since, it's 80%, 80 power, not 80%, 80 power, yeah. Which is, pretty good, and he gets stab off of it, so it's, it's a pretty strong move, and you teach it, to a normal type. But he also has secret power, which is only 10 power less, same accuracy, but he also gets the chance of a, a side effect happening, so like, paralyzation, confusion, I think even somewhere you can get sleep off secret power. So I'm thinking maybe I should teach it to someone else. So here's Choo-Choo over here, and has Mega Punch, which is, same attack but lower accuracy, something that's basically the same move but better accuracy. That's what I'm going with Choo-Choo here. It is a dumb decision on my part, most likely, but you're not the one here with a microphone talking to a Let's Player, or talking as a Let's Player, if you want to call me that. I don't know exactly what I am anymore. Yeah, that's a deep, insightful questioning of reality there. Anyway, here's the conundrum everyone runs into when you're using a water type that has Water Pulse. When you finally get Surf, you're like, man, Water Pulse is so awesome, 65, not the best, but you get some confusion off there, but you're Surf 95 instead. And you're like, yeah, I have to use Surf because you need it, and it's a much better move, strength-wise, even though you will always miss Water Pulse, and it'll forever be in your heart. Especially when you realize you can't reuse TMs in Generation 3, which is one of the weirder updates to Generation 5. Anyway, example of strength right there, you move boulders, and you can get stuff. Yeah, I don't think really strength's required until the very last dungeon. Well, pseudo-last dungeon. FireRed and Leaf Green do bring in an extra cool little area that makes a cooler post-game than the original ones. Anyway, so Draggy over here is level 29, pretty close to leveling up. So I'm thinking there's a couple of trainers around town which I haven't fight. So I'm actually going to do that this episode. Is me finding some trainers, getting some HMs, teaching some HMs, and me getting some rare candies I can totally use. But I'm thinking, we need to cover these trainers at some point, so might as well cover them now. And I'm thinking, if we cut these battles out, it's going to be shorter episodes, so might as well keep them in and get some really nice quality commentary here, because that's totally what you get from my channel. Quality commentary. That was excruciatingly sarcastic, and I can't pronounce that word right. Excruciatingly. Yeah, that word. There's some spit on my screen. Because I apparently, there's a really strong PS sound in excruciatingly. Yeah. Anyway, here's a Shelter. I think we've seen these before. Pretty defensive. Not really good until you evolve the Cloister. Actually, we catch Shelter leave now with the good rod, maybe in the ocean. I think it might need a super rod, which we have the super rod though, so I think we can't catch it now. I think it's in the ocean, which is right there. Which if not, there's an area coming up pretty soon here after the next gym we can definitely catch Shelter in. I know for a fact there. So yeah. The problem though is you get all these ice types really close together. There's man, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Cloister's an ice type, right? Yeah, I believe it is. But yeah, there's bunch of ice types coming up, so you can save them up for ice types for that one weird reason. Like you don't have a flying type, but you really don't like grass types. Or you have a grass type, but you really don't like those ground types. Ice types are for you. Yeah. Of course, if you don't have a dragon like me, yeah, I definitely want to pick an ice type. Yeah, they're pretty good. Just, I think Ice type and Poison type are pretty underrated types, they're not good against a lot of the types, but they're, there's a lot of their type coverage overlaps of more, types of better coverage, but Ice Beam is awesome. So is Sludge Bomb, and that's my answer to everything. Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam. And as I've stated in Pokemon Ruby, everyone's favorite TM is, of course, Ice Beam, which I think that because in Pokemon Emerald, that stupid Battle Frontier, everyone and their grandma has freaking Ice Beam on everything. Because I think it's like everything with a mouth can learn it. You know? Yeah. Except for Goldeen over here, because I think it was Goldeen or Sea King, and like the anime they used like Ice Beam, but it came out of their horn. And the same thing with like I think Pokemon Stadium they use their like Roar Beam, it comes out of their horn. Same with Dugong and Seal, which are the ice types coming up here. I know for a fact they're ice type. I can't remember what Shelter is, or Shelter and Cloyster. Yeah, just use Icicle Spear, so I think it is. But I have honestly never used Shelter or Cloyster before, so I can't even remember what types they are. Yeah, I'm that bad of a Pokemon Let's Player. Yeah. You don't remember the typings of one species, you know? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Pokemon Let's Plays, I'm fighting this Horsey off, and really hoping for that level up, Draggy. Really hoping for that level up. Yeah, Horsey. We've seen the Horsey before. I believe so. I think maybe in Misty Gym, maybe? Because I know in Arco and Soul Silver someone has a Horsey in there, but I think we've seen Horsey before. At least, on this previous route that we came in from Lavender Town, of course, I lost that footage when my hard drive died. Yeah. So, that sort of is part of the story of the, you know, the super long hiatus sandwich. The jokes don't get much better than that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, oh man. Why are you watching this? Just why? Anyway, Scully attack miss. Okay, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm not even paying attention. Yeah. Trust me, the original commentary of this episode was much worse. Be happy, kids. Be happy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think we've seen Horsey before. Ooh, next one coming up here. Yeah, this one has a Staryu coming up next. Yeah, that's interesting. Haven't seen those. Probably seen a couple of those after Misty, but yeah, Misty definitely has that, you know, remember that episode. Yeah, Misty actually, I can't remember I had a problem with Misty this Let's Play. Yeah, like, I'm totally having brain fart FireRed. FireRed has been the absolute Let's Play, the most problematic Let's Play, because I have not run into these technical difficulties before in the past 2 years of doing this. And I can't believe it said 2 years of doing this and actually has been 2 years and like, what, 200 plus videos? Like, I think close to 240. Already passed that. Remember, I saw that last night, or yeah, or yesterday when I uploaded the video, you know, part 19. I'm like, wow, I've been doing this way longer than I thought I did. Anyway, Draggy's evolving. Your nickname sucks. I was gonna call him Draco, thinking like, oh man, that's a pretty cool nickname, but no, that'd be a girl, and I can't give manly nicknames to girl Pokemon. I'm sorry, you know. Anyway, it's a Dragonair. Much better. Draggy's finally get some use up in here, because that Dragonair is awesome, man. Till it gets a decent moves, which, you know, one thing I do recommend is actually teaching your Dragonair Surf. You know, really good move right there. You know, it just doesn't get any good moves until later on. Like, it really is a really TM heavy Pokemon until it evolves in Dragonite. Actually, when does it learn Dragon Breath? Let me look that up. Yeah. Because Dragon Rage is starting to wane out now. Because Dragon Rage was awesome when you first get it, because everything only has like 50 HP, so you Dragon Rage everything. Of course, now everyone's getting closer to, you know, 100 HP, so you're using, you know, 2 or 3 Dragon Rages, and it's losing availability. Anyway, there's another part of town which we saw earlier. Did we see this earlier? I don't remember. There's this little patch of grass over here. I want to catch a Fearow or Spearow, and you didn't pick that up. Pick a Spearow up back in like Route 23 or whatever the route was. Name of city escapes me. Viridian City. Yes. I believe. No. Vermilion. I got it confused. Viridian. Yeah. Yeah. If you didn't catch a Spearow there, here. These guys right here. Well, looks like you catch your Spearows. So no, because that's a different game. That was a leather Pokemon Let's Play before this. Yeah. I mean, I still can't believe I did manage to pull off Pokemon X Gale of Darkness. Just everything. Except for one thing, which guy was kind of to point out that, if you were to play Mountain Battle all the way through, like, without stopping, like I did, because I did multiple episodes of me going to Mountain Battle, going back and forth, getting levels higher and stuff like that, you, actually, when you beat the final guy, he gives you the option to choose a Johto starter. So, you know, that's kind of like maybe minute of footage. So I'm actually going to see sometime near future. But if I have like lots of time to myself, which I don't lately since school's starting up here in a couple weeks, so I'm like busy as all get out. Even though I do have time to see Batman on Friday with a bunch of friends, so. Is my priority straight? No, but that's what my chemistry teacher said. Yeah. Same thing with my algebra teacher. Yeah, pretty sure the guy hated me. I don't know. He's a nice guy, just pretty sure he hated me. Yeah. Oh man, the one of you who knows what I'm talking about is probably laughing right now. Yeah. Yeah, because we know we shared chemistry and algebra teachers. Even when we were in the same classes, we had the same teacher. And he was like, oh yeah, he totally hated you, man. Yeah. No, he had that dartboard behind his desk, your face on it, and you always threw darts at it, you know. He used the power of geometry, because he was also a geometry teacher when he was teaching algebra geometry. Totally knew how to do that. And he also was a side physics teacher, so he can throw it at just the right velocity to, like, puncture the dartboard and give you, like, you know, sockets for eyes, which he then, you know, put worms in for his compost heap in his backyard, because he also, you know, likes to save money. He's a teacher, you know, so he grows compost, you know, which is actually a very good thing, because I found out, which it seems obvious now, is that the most cultivated plant in America is lawn grass, which is a grass, or is a plant we don't eat, you know. And being one of the most fertile countries in the world is just like, you know, corn, which is in everything, grass, which is on everything, which we don't eat. We at least can eat corn 80% of the time, you know. And there's all those other plants that no one cares about, yeah. Like, you know, like lettuce and tomatoes and tobacco, which is, I don't think is grown in the Midwest. I think it's grown in the South, right? I don't know. Well, it's back east places too, yeah. Yeah. Cotton's all over the place, though. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, now we have machines for that. You know, I was trying not to sound too racist right there, which is true, because cotton grows everywhere. It's insane, you know. Like, you know, I'm in flipping Arizona and we got cotton out here. I'm like, whoa, how is a plant growing out here? Wouldn't that, you know, something that's so weird. Of course, you realize it doesn't really have leaves. I don't know, what? No, I need to Google that. Like, what is a cotton plant? Like, what is it? That fiber that grows. It's kind of weird because it feels like cotton, which you always think is like a, you know, like a synthetic material, because you see it in everything, you know. I don't know. Yeah, me talking about agriculture when I'm fighting birds. Yes. Oh, that guy, that last guy, the one before this past one, the guy in the bottom corner had a weird name. It's like Romario. Romario? Sounds like a. Oh, people pronounce Mario weird when they're like have an odder accent. You notice like people with Brooklyn accent say like pronounce Mario as Mario, yeah, like Caterpie. Drives me nuts when I hear that. Yeah, I don't. That's my biggest peeve. I can stand 99% of weird pronunciation of Pokemon names, but it's Caterpie that drives me nuts. And I think I've already given you my lecture on Bonsly v. versus, I'm saying V like a, you know, a Supreme Court case, Bonsly v. Bonsly, which I'm gonna sound like a total nerd going into that, so I could go in there again. Anyway, we're in Saffron City. As you can see, Saffron City is totally taken over by Team Rocket over here. Yeah. And this guy right here, his name's Mr. Psychic. You know, he's like, I saw you coming. I sense a disturbance of the Force. You want this? Red, I am your father. No, that's impossible. No, what do you think I moved away? I don't want to raise a kid like you. Yeah. You know, have you seen the Popeye movie? They're like, he was totally like, you know, kids are just copies of ourselves. We don't like ourselves to begin with. Why do you want kids just like us? You know, just saying, that's why I moved away. Yeah. Anyway, Pure Psychic, really good psychic move, and it turns out Larry can only use it, and I'm gonna look into like Larry's special attack when teaching that. It's actually, probably should have picked that up before with the Kokus Gym, because that is a really good TM for Kokus Gym. Anyway, I have a Toxic here, which is where we got from Kokus Gym, which I totally was being a stupid head and not mentioning that, but Toxic is a really good move too. A lot of Pokemon can learn it, like I'm pretty sure almost everyone can learn it, you know, and it poisons the target, like it's a guaranteed poison, but it's badly poison, where the poison doubles in strength every time. I believe it's double, might be 1.5, you know, I'm not a mathematician, don't ask me, you know, ask my algebra teacher, because obviously he's very good at this. Yeah, I'm going to teach Dodrio, because I believe Dodrio is my fastest. Like, I pretty much guarantee is Dodrio is extremely fast. You always want to teach your fastest Pokemon so it can poison, like, their tanks down. So when you have, like, a really tanky Pokemon, poison it with Toxic, and it just whittles it down slowly. You know, it really, you know, it helps out a lot, and you see a lot in the meta game. You know, that's why people start carrying around loonberries. Am I right, or am I right? I don't know who that joke was meant for, or why it was even a joke. Yeah. Anyway, surprisingly, commentary is actually going pretty good for this episode. Anyway, we're going around Saffron City. There's 2 gyms. As you can see, here's one owned by Saffron City Pokemon Gym leader, Sabrina, the master of something I wasn't reading, in the Fighting Dojo. Dojo Mojo. And we're actually going to take those on after we take out Team Rock and kick them out of the city, because, you know, we built this at... Yeah, I was trying to think of a quote from something there, and I got, we built the city, which, you know, we didn't. Game Freak did, so, you know, anyway. See you guys next time in another very awkward episode of Pokemon FireRed, where the commentary will only get worse. See you guys next time.